What's happening, everybody? It's Anthony from The Daily Truth, the truth in 5 minutes or less. Hope everybody's having a great middle of the week. Hump day. Today's Daily Truth, like this video, share this video, do all things with this video. Today's Daily Truth is actually, finally I'm talking about this, we had the honor of having Grant Cardone in an event that we qualified for, so all we paid for was flight and hotel, which is amazing to think about the fact that we got to have 40 minutes with Grant Cardone, one of the most influential speakers in the country, motivational, inspirational, business-minded, all of it. We got to have him speak to a room of 115, 20 of us, maybe a little bit more, but not very much. It was fantastic. And one of the things, there was a lot of things that he said that stood out, very funny, different in aspects, but one of the comments was he was talking about how he has so many haters. And as somebody that also deals with politics like myself, I, of course, have a ton of haters. And there was a very impactful point in this, and this can be translated on a lot of different levels. And I don't advocate for people to enjoy that they have a bunch of haters. There might be a point where maybe you have too many, and maybe it's something that you're doing. But the comment that he had is, think about this. If Jesus didn't have haters, we wouldn't know who he was. And I think that was a very profound statement. You could maybe agree or disagree with it. I agree with it. That's part of that's part of the story of Jesus. That's part of the Bible, is the fact that he had all these people that betrayed him. He had all these people that didn't have faith in him. And that's part of what's written. And the fact that people overcame the doubt and still had faith in Jesus, that's why we know his name. So at the end of the day, and there's a great podcast, Lewis Howe and PBD, Patrick Bet-David, that I was listening to, where he started to talk about politics and use his voice, and he was deathly afraid he was afraid that it might ruin his career. And I think it's interesting to truly think of that when you do something that you feel called to, and as long as you are good to people, I think that's key. Be good to people, be kind to people, but if you're able to have an opinion without being hateful, have that opinion. And when I've gone about what's happened to me the last 3 or 4 years regarding the fact that I've been more outspoken about politics and it's costed me work, costed me financial status, costed me all these different things, well, guess what? I got news for you. It's made me a little bit more whole. It's made me feel better that I've gotten that out, and I know that I've helped some people along the way. And at the same token, I do have some haters, but the more that I am doing something to use my voice, the more haters I have, guess what? That's the more I'm going to be known. And I think that if people started to speak up in a way, and maybe not just about politics, but in their life, speak up. Maybe people are going to be like, oh, he doesn't have a right to talk about this, or she doesn't have a right to talk about that. And they're going to be haters because they're jealous of the fact that they're not able to use their voice in the same way because they're afraid. They're more comfortable talking smack instead of actually voicing their opinions on things that matter in this world. Anything from politics to wellness to overcoming stuff in your life to even, sports. Who cares? Use your voice. Use your voice to entertain. Use your voice to share with people. Use your voice to fellowship with others. So truth is, I'm going to start that over. I want to make sure it's right. I clipped this last part always on for my Instagram, the little truth is part. That's where I like to do the impactful part. All right. Truth is, if Jesus didn't have any haters, nobody would know who he was. Nobody would know the name Jesus if he didn't have haters. That's the message that I have for you today. Grant Cardone said it in our event, and it had a huge impact on my mindset, especially on some of the stuff that I do on the side with talking about politics and sharing things that are probably out of the 2024 comfort zone and the risk of being canceled. And I'm like, what can I make? I'm not saying anything that's ever hateful personally, and I don't know what you guys do, but if you're never truly hating on people and just making sure your opinion is known, like this organization doesn't donate the right money anywhere, or this person did the same illegal documents as this person, or even worse, or stuff like that, if you get my drift, you can start to have an opinion and it's not going to affect your career. You're not going to be canceled. If it does, it's for a mere blip. But at the end of the day, whatever comes at you, the more haters that come at you, if you're not doing anything hateful and wrong, guess what? That means you're becoming more well-known. The more well-known you are, the more impact you have. That's my message for today. That's the Daily Truth in 5 minutes or less. I'm Anthony Russo. Like this video, share this video, do all the things with this video. God bless.